Hello, my name is Beth, and I'm inviting you to join me on a new journey that I'm calling Back to Eden. And when you think of the word Eden, I think of the Garden of Eden, naturally, of paradise. That's what Eden means, essentially, is paradise and what God created as the perfect place for plants, for animals, for humans. Through sin, obviously, we ruined all that. But think of how that goes through life, through everything that we do, everything we consume. We have chipped away so much of what is natural, what is healthy, what is good for us, what our bodies are consuming. We're not thinking about it. And I was one of those people that, for the longest time, I didn't think about it. And I spent years working in the pharmaceutical industry. My original field was with animals, and I got a little bit of taste of pharmaceutical with that, just with medications that we would prescribe for animals. But as I got into pharmacy with humans, the human side of it, I really started learning more and more what goes into the medications that we're consuming, how they react in our bodies, what they're used for, what they treat, how they treat it, and how all of that works in our systems. And the counter side to that, as far as how different things interact with different stuff. And, there's certain medications, you can't consume certain foods if you're on those medications because they're ineffective or they work, opposite of how they're supposed to. So I really learned more and more. And it was not until COVID that I was still working in pharmacy at the time, and people were constantly calling, what country are my medications made in? What are the ingredients in them? What all of these questions that were coming in, and I'm like, wow, people are really freaking out. And then when I had to come home, because my kids obviously couldn't go to school, so I came home and I started learning more and started digging more and started trying to understand more that we really don't know what's going into our pharmaceuticals. Now, I do believe there is a place for Western medicine in, modern day. There are things that we can't necessarily treat, or we haven't handled something for so long that it gets to a certain point where you need this or you have an emergency or something. So God gave us the knowledge and gave people the knowledge to be able to help us in ways that we might not be able to help ourselves or don't have the knowledge to be able to help ourselves with. So what I have decided to do is, I'm, like the name says, I'm going back to Eden. I have dedicated this last year to really digging in and trying to learn more about herbalism and what these herbs are, what they are meant for, what they do, how they can help us, how we can utilize them, all of the different ways that we can utilize them in our everyday life. And so I'm going to start taking you on that journey. I am a mom of 3. I live in a small town in North Carolina. My husband and I have been married for almost 18 years now. He's my best friend. I love him dearly. And he's my partner through everything, and we've supported each other through everything that we've done, and he's been so supportive of this journey. And my kids are learning more about this as well. And, I've got one right now that's got a little bit of a cough, and she's like, Mom, I need my elderberry, and I need this. And so we're dosing her up, trying to get her feeling better. It is fall in North Carolina almost, so we're nearing the end of September right now. So we're getting into that cold and flu season, and all those stuffy noses are coming back. So, but back to me, I am, like I said, I'm a mom of 3, wife. I am a devout Christian. The Lord is my guidance through and through. Without him, nothing on a daily basis would be possible. And I'm blessed every day, and I try to every day look for those blessings in life, even if it's just a gorgeous sunrise. But I'm learning that God created all of this stuff. Today I'm working with goldenrod, and up until now I was kind of oblivious to the fact that it even grew right here and where I live. And now that I've been digging deeper into understanding herbs and what they are and learning how to recognize some of them and the potential benefits that they have to our bodies, I'm noticing them now where I didn't before. And so that's something I'm working with today. My dear neighbor has this growing pretty wild at the edge of her property, so she's very, very sweet to let me pick as much of it as I wanted. And I even found a little bit at the edge of our back field, and I thought, oh, yay! So it's exciting things you didn't think you'd get excited over as an adult. Plants. But along that too, our ancestors, our great grandparents, they grew up during the Great Depression time. They knew things that we didn't. And we've taken it for granted for so long that, we can just go to the grocery store and, you got a headache, we'll just go buy some Tylenol. Or you got a cough, go just buy some cough medicine or go to the doctor and get a prescription for it. When, lo and behold, with a few simple ingredients that we have in our house and can get easily accessible to us, we can make our own cough syrup right here at home. And it's natural. It's back to Eden. It's what God created. It's, the very honey from the bees that we need to survive, and lemons and little ginger and some cloves, and it's exactly what God created for our bodies to help us heal naturally. Nicole Aplian, I hope I'm saying her name right. Her book, I love her book, The Lost Guide to Herbal Medicine, but she describes it as your body's inner doctor, that we need to help our inner doctor heal our bodies naturally. So by no means am I a medical professional. This is things that I have learned, that I have spent time and I have researched and I have listened and watched and studied from others who are herbalists who have gone before and have been doing this for years, and what I'm learning from them and learning how it can help my family and hopefully help other people that are wanting to get away from the pharmaceutical industry. Especially since COVID, you will learn about me. I am also a very devout patriot. I absolutely believe in this country. I believe in what our founding fathers stood for. I believe in our Constitution through and through. And I will fight for our freedoms every day of the week. I will fight for my kids, my family, every day of the week. We have to, because if we don't fight for it, we won't keep it. And so you'll learn I'm very honest, and I am very true to who I am. And so that's a little bit about me. You'll learn more as you go. I'm very bold, but I believe in getting back to what God intended life to be. My husband and I have always focused on, what God intended marriage to be, raising our kids to be, we have 3 girls, so raising them to be women of faith, but that also stand on their convictions, stand up for what they believe in, what they know is true, and what they know is truth. And we do live in a world where there is so much coming at people from every direction that we don't really know what's truth, what's not, especially when you get into politics and pharmaceutical industry and everything else. So that's my goal, is to stay true to who I am, stay true to who I want to be, the person that I want to be, stay true to that, stay true to the Lord and what the Bible says is truth. Solid truth, because if you're standing on solid truth, you can't be wrong no matter what. And standing up for my family, for their health, everything that the world is throwing at them, whether it be through food, through pharmaceuticals, anything that we consume. And I really want to focus on making that the best for my family so that they can have the best quality of life as well. And hopefully my girls will grow up learning things that, they'll get older and they won't go to the store and buy cough medicine. They'll be like, oh, I got some honey for that. because my mom taught me how to make it. So that is my goal. That is what Back to Eden is all about. And I'm excited for you to join me on this journey.